Good morning and welcome. It's Monday, the 1st of August. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you're all very, very well. Well, coming up today, it is definitely above average Monday. There's some decent opportunities in terms of races, but I'm also happy with some value I've found as well. So I've done it as a stake and a quarter today. So it's £25. Bearing in mind, as I keep saying, no video Tuesday or Wednesday, so you can keep your powder dry. I've had a rethink about Thursday. I think Thursday evening looks quite good, so I'm going to do a Thursday afternoon video. So the aim is no video Tuesday, no video Wednesday, Thursday. I think about 2:30 in time for the 5:30 race. I'm going to try and get the video uploaded 3 hours before. So I'm aiming for that. If anything changes, I'll update it in the comments of this video. But the plan is after today, I'll be back Thursday 2:30. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday as per normal. So we'll come up with today's bets. Before we do that, I'll do a review of yesterday, and then after today's bets, I'll do a bit of a rundown of the stats from last week and for July and total for the channel, and do a bit of a recap of where we are at. So yesterday finished off Galway. We couldn't finish it off with a last hurrah. Channel stats, I've got it as 20 on, 16.56 back. So it had it as a 3.44 loss, so a very small loss. But I think Sky Bet would have had an impact on that yesterday. So if you weren't Sky Bet, I think it's maybe like half back, something like that. So I'll run through it as we can see. So first off at Galway, the first two legs placed, which was very helpful, and then the next two did not. So it was a place double on that one with the additional place single on Ballydam Destiny. So that was bet one. That would have been the same for everybody. Ballydam Destiny did SP16s, only at 14 for the channel. Cross doubles, so you only got this, I think, if you're Sky, because Ballydam Destiny placed. Siberian Star just never even got close. It was out the back the whole way and pulled up. But Majestic Colt did snag 6th, which I think only Sky paid. So place double for Sky only. And then in this bet, got a bit wrecked. First leg went a non-runned. Then Siberian Star was poor, so it looked like it wasn't going very well. And Pause for Thought ran a cracking race, 20-1. It was third. Majestic Colt placed only for Sky, and then Lunar Jet. I mean, it had a terrible, terrible race. It was out the back the whole way, and it just missed out on 4th by a neck, and that would have put us over the line into a nice little win yesterday. But it was not to be. Unfortunately, it couldn't quite get there. So place double, but only place single if it was non-Sky, but you also get the place single back as well. So as I said, 20 on, 16.56 back. I'll get into today's bet and then I'll go through all the stats. So today's bet, so £25. I've done it as 3 bets, 2 lucky 15s, and then I've got one. I don't know. I name these things sometimes and then never remember what I named them. Bongo bingo bet. I don't know. We'll call it. So first bet, anyways, is a lucky 15. Yes, a couple of good races at Cork. So 3 Cork, 1 Naas. And better with Sky marginally because of the 4.35. If you're happy to risk the 4.35, then bet 365 is better because you'll get your best price guaranteed. So it's 1 extra place in that 4.35. So I would say it's a very marginal call. That extra place might be useful. I do expect the prices to go in a bit, so I would say I'm happy to. I would on balance just say it was Sky over bet 365. 3 o'clock anyway. We're starting Cork, Scalaw 11-1, 4 o'clock Cork, Grin 18s, 4.35 Cork, College Causeway 22s. Finishing off, and this other horse is in my other bet. There was some other horses that haven't made the cut today. There was lots of other stuff I could have put in. And I'm and I have put this bet horse in 2 bets. I'm not saying it's a strong horse, but it was better than some of the marginals I could have put in. So I gave it another go. So we've got Kodiak Prince in the 5.20 at Naas, 20p each way lucky 15, and then it's a 50p each way single just on Scalar to start us off, and I've done a 50p each way additional double on the two middle Cork ones, Grin and College Causeway. So it should make it an £8 bet to start us off with. That's bet one. Then the bingo, bongo bet, whatever I'm going to call it, is this. And better with Bet365, and I'll flag from a bookie point of view. 4:45 Naas, Paddy are stand out at the moment. They're paying 5 on that race, but it doesn't mean they're the best bookmaker because they're only paying 3 on the 6:25 at Windsor. Sky are 5 on that one. Sky were 5 on that one, but they're now down to 4, I think it is. So I think on balance, I've called this a Bet365 bet. So if you've got the option, I'd Bet365 it over Sky. So it is 4:45 at Naas, Troy Top 28s and Elathera at 11s. Then we've got the 5:20 Naas, Bucky Larson 22s, Kodiak Prince 22s, and the 6:25 Windsor, Danzino 28s, Total Commitment 14s. And it's all combinations here. So we've got 12 times 20p each way doubles, 8 times 20p each way trebles, and 6 times 25p each way singles. It will make it up to £11. If you're in a betting shop, you just literally can write it out like that, minus the prices. If you're putting it online, you put all 6 in your bet slip. 12 doubles, 8 trebles, 6 singles, and I've just done it as 25 singles as opposed to 20 doubles and 20 trebles. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, the way I looked at it today, I was sometimes I was going to, I didn't want to put more money and break them down into little lucky 15s and stuff. That is another way you absolutely could do it and mix and match it. But yeah, that's what I've done today. So that's our big bet. And then finishing off, there's a decent mean at Carlisle. I've picked out 4 I like. So this is what I'm doing at Carlisle. Sky are preferable here because the middle 2 legs you're getting an extra place. So 4:55, there's no extra places on that one with any bookmaker in that first leg. Fire in the Rain 11s, 5:30 Mr Cocoa Bean, 6:40 Over Horse Street 14s, and 8:45 Pockley 20s. You will see some names we've had before in there. Some of them, Mr Cocoa Bean and Pockley, are probably having their last chance on here. But I'm going to stick faith with those 2 one more time to see what we can do. So I've done it as a 20p each way lucky 15, £6 your bet. So you will see there is no single figures around today. So nothing's a monster price, but equally I've got no single figures. So we are rolling the dice on some prices today, definitely. So that is £25. That should add up to stake and a quarter. All right, then yesterday, golf as well. I should have mentioned the golf. It looked like we were going to struck out, and then Matthew Wolf had a great little run and ended up coming tied second or third, 28-1. So we got a couple of quid back. So it was 198 back for the golf. So nothing to get excited about with our £10 bet on. And Troy Merritt did do all right in the Rocket Mortgage Classic. He hit 65 on the last round, but not quite. It was 2 shots short of placing. So 2 shots, and that would have been okay. And then the lucky 15, we had Walters and Sloan and Roussel all finished 4th best in their categories. So close, but no cigar there. So another frustrating one on the golf, really, because we got some things that were close, but not quite there. The plan is for golf this week, because it won't be on a video, I will put the golf bet in the comments of this video. So I'm likely to later on today, because Bet365 normally price up first, I'll likely put a bet down with the Bet365 guide prices, and then when Sky have done the markets, they often don't do the regional markets until Wednesday mornings. We'll see. Once they've done that, I will then update with the prices I'm taking for the channel. So at some point later today, I'll put the golf bet with prices as a guide. If you want to place it with Bet365, you can, but I'll wait until the Sky are out there, and then I can advise basically whether the prices are better with Sky or Bet365. The normal way it works for the regional markets is Bet365 are the best, are the first bookmaker that price up those side markets, and then there's a bit of fluctuation, and then the other bookmakers tend to then price up, and then once they've priced up, they stay fairly static. So Bet365 are the kind of, they go first often in terms of big bookmaker in those regional markets. All right, that's the golf. As far as stats for the channel, last week. So how do we do it? I mean, last week, as well documented, best week of the channel by a country mile. It was for horses, 220 on, 860 pence back. That's a profit of £640. That's equivalent to 32 days stake we made last week on horses, which is 291%. So whichever way you look at it, there's some great figures in there for last week, which means we end the month of July for horses 640 on, 1260 back, so a profit of 620. So we almost doubled our money in July, 96.99%, which means the channel overall for horse bets, solely horse bets, is 26.85% ahead. That is just a touch over £1,000. So since the channel started January 10th, if you'd backed all of the horse bets and got the prices and the terms that I've used for Sky Bet, it would be £1,000. I know there'll be days and places where people haven't got those terms. There are other days where what I'm trying to do is advise bookmakers. So actually, and there was days like that last week where you actually were better off betting other bookmakers, which I advise. So I'm trying to put it out there so that the channel stats are based on the Sky account, but I'll give you the advice about if there's days when, like today, there's a day where we're better off with Bet365. So I'll try and do that. And then so the golf 10 on, 198 back, loss of 802. So for the golf, that does leave us still 66 behind. So frustrated with the golf. Need something decent happening there. Overall, then for the whole channel for all sports, 4,086 on, 5,021 back. So the channel total is in profit £935.26, which is 22.89%. So really, really decent. As I'll always say to you, the stats are super important. Whatever you're doing, I know lots of you watch lots of other channels. Just check the profit and loss, okay? There's a couple out there that do it very, very well and overly fairly. I would say so that's great. Most sites that are out there do not have a profit and loss, so they celebrate on any given day, but tracking the profit and loss is really, really important, because every day I could pump out a bunch of horses and have one winner, but does that mean I'm actually making profit? What I'm trying to demonstrate here is long-term profit and be judged on that. So 22.89% is a nice place to be, but clearly last week it did really, really help. What I would flag is that even without the big win day we had on Wednesday last week, we were still up for the week and we still would have been up for the month. So although that big win clearly is fantastic, we still would have ended the month up. So it's not like that one big win has completely swung it. It's clearly swung the stats in a much more positive frame though. All right, that is what I've got for today. I'm going to leave it there. So I will put the golf bet on here at some point later on as a guide, and then update the prices when Sky goes live. No video Tuesday, no video Wednesday. Next video is around 2:30 on Thursday afternoon, and then Friday we're back to normal, aiming between 10 and 11. All right, that is me. Enjoy the first day of August, whatever it is you're doing, and I will see you Thursday afternoon if you're there, otherwise Friday morning. Thank you very much. Cheerio.